Why, hello there, New Zealand. Glad you could drop by. Well, I've just been out enjoying the last of the great summer. Very nice out here in the great outdoors, in the warmth and the heat and the sunshine, getting lost in your own backyard. But some people have been telling me they've been a bit down in the lockdown. So I thought, what better way to share a little positivity and good vibe than by sharing some interactive meditations.
And by the wonders of astral transmission, here we are, at night, in a candlelit room. Also, Kag Pesach Sameach, greetings in this holy time of year to a lot of people. It's a very strange time, being caught in lockdown, when there's normally so much community activity happening. Easter, if you're church going, particularly if you're Catholic or Anglican. Also Passover, which is a very community event, which has been cancelled and is being streamed, but is very different from its usual flavour. And of course school holidays, when normally we're out and about. So lockdown right now is quite surreal, at least I'm finding it. The purpose of this meditation is to help develop our awareness of the world. It's a lot like the breathing meditation that we did a couple of times ago, but instead of having our awareness rest on the breath, we notice the wider world around us, and as our awareness naturally rests on something else, we turn that into the object of our meditation. I'll guide you through it, I'll explain it as we go, but the essential points are a lot like the breathing meditation. You simply notice the thing that your awareness focuses on, you allow it to be, you examine it, you notice its qualities, and you experience it as it is, without dialoguing with it, without engaging with it, without forming thoughts about it. In Buddhism, the duty of the mind is to generate thoughts, but we want to keep these thoughts lead us to an altered state of awareness, and we want to reach an unaltered state of awareness. So again, it's experiencing things as they are. It's an examination, it's a building of an actual knowledge of the world through an unaltered experience of it. And that helps us to generate awareness, it helps us to generate real knowledge, it helps us against ignorance, which is one of the 3 poisons in Buddhist belief. So, we'll begin in a moment. Let's just go through a posture. As always, the important thing is a straight back. This is the optimum way to stay aware, to stay alert. If we have a bent back, if we're hunched over, we tend to become drowsy or sleepy or sloppy. But the essential point is awareness, and so a straight back is critical to this. You can sit in a seat, or you can sit cross-legged, like I am. It's best to have your knees below your arse, and that helps with your back form. It just helps against pain. And if you imagine a string coming from the crown of your head to the ceiling, that will help form the ideal posture for meditation. You can have your eyes open or closed. Some people prefer it open because that helps with awareness. Some people prefer it closed because that helps against distraction. Whatever works for you, eyes open or closed. But if your eyes are open, try to have them rest softly on a point and not wander around. The other thing is the hands. You can have your hands on your knees or wherever you like them. It's traditional to have the right over the left like this, with the thumbs touching. That's said to help the flow of energy through the body. Lacing the fingers like this is said to block the flow of energy through the body. I don't know whether there's anything in that or not. I tend to think that thousands of years of practice have worked out a few things, and so I like to follow tradition. So as I mentioned earlier, the essential point of this meditation is to allow our focus to rest on an object. And as that happens, we'll notice our attention wanders, and that's fine. As our attention wanders, we can allow it to rest on something else that naturally arises. The essential thing is that you don't control, you don't force things, you don't look for things, you let your awareness expand. I might explain why that is afterwards if we have time. If you find your mind simply wandering with no fixed point, then return your focus to your breath. And then once your focus returns somewhere else, then allow it to go where it will. So let's begin meditation. Let's take 3 conscious in-breaths. And now, coming into our bodies, becoming aware of the present moment, the here, the right here and the right now. Noticing sensations in the body, how it feels where we sit, observing our posture, becoming slowly aware of the parts of the body, the head, the neck, the shoulders, the face, relaxing these things as we go, the left arm, the right arm, the hands, the chest, the torso, the back, pelvis, left leg, left foot, right leg, right foot. Becoming aware of each of these things, coming into the body, settling in the body and settling in the present. Then calling to mind our purpose for meditation, our motivation. As always, try to make this as broad, as vast as you can. Ideally, it will be something like to reach your highest potential, to be of greatest benefit to all sentient beings. However, at the very least, try to make your motivation to escape the suffering that comes from attachment, from craving, from fear, from aversion, and to escape this cycle of suffering which occurs over successive lifetimes, and to reach enlightenment. Now drawing that motivation into the meditation. Slowly bringing your attention to your nostrils, or the point where the breath enters and exits. Becoming aware of this point. Turning our attention to the breath. Noticing it, noticing its qualities, examining it. Watching it flow all the way in, all the way out. And if you notice your attention shifting, don't try to stop it. Simply let your attention rest on what you notice. It's maybe something you hear, something you feel, a sensation in the body, wind blowing against you, a draft. Maybe a feeling like happiness, anxiety, impatience. Whatever it is, if you notice your attention settling on something else, allow it to settle and examine that as the point of meditation. Simply let that thing be. Observe what it is. Observe what it's like. Allow it to work its course, to arise and pass, and focus your attention on it for as long as it happens, for as long as it occurs. And once your attention on that object is exhausted, return your focus to the breath and repeat this. Allow this cycle to continue. And as your attention shifts between objects and returns to a breath, departs from a breath, Be completely non-judgmental about what it's focusing on, where it's moving. Allow it to be exactly what it is. Nothing more. Nothing less. As cliched as that sounds. And now allowing our awareness to expand. Taking in a broader picture of what's around us. The picture, of course, being aural, sound-based, visual if your eyes are open, allowing you to notice what's in the periphery of your vision. Becoming more aware of your senses, slowly allowing your awareness in all states, all kinds of awareness to expand. Allow it to expand outside of a room. Take in everything you can hear. Become aware of finer details. And again, not engaging, not making up stories about these things, just allowing them, letting them be, experiencing what they are. And allowing our awareness to expand further. Expand as far as we can be aware. Taking in everything around us that we can. And becoming, if we can, aware of our interdependence of all these things. We're not the same as all these things, and we're not different. We're not separate, and we're not apart. And slowly arising out of meditation in our own time, and reflecting gently on what we notice, on how we feel. Like all meditations, the purpose, the reasons behind this particular practice are complex. Tries to do many things. It's calculated to do many things. One of the main ones is, as we've iterated throughout experience, to break free from our ignorance of the world, which is partly generated by the stories we make up about it. Another is to realize how we are part of the world, and how we don't exist separately from the world. We exist in it as part of it, not being different from it, not being the same as it. It's also a very important theme in Buddhism. However, I hope this has been of some benefit. Meditating regularly is a key help for me during the lockdown, but its benefits are meant to be wider. Meditating every day, even doing a breathing meditation for 10 minutes, will help to build habits of detachment, habits of living in the present, habits of awareness, and these things will help us through our life to develop knowledge, to develop compassion ultimately. So, thank you for joining. I will catch you next time.